But game monopoly has come to life at McDonald's with a McDLT, Coca-Cola, or $1 million.
What if I told you that one of the most famous promotions in fast food history, McDonald's Monopoly, was at the center of a multi-million-dollar scam?
Fast food and fraud. The FBI today arrested 8 members of a fraud ring accused of stealing the top prize tickets and rigging several years' worth of cash giveaways at McDonald's.
It all began in 1987 when McDonald's launched what would become one of the most iconic promotions in fast food history, the McDonald's Monopoly game.
People ask, what did you do for the FBI? And I say, just about everything you could do. If there's been promotional game fraud, it's nowhere near the scope and magnitude of McDonald's.
Customers flocked to McDonald's, excited to peel off game pieces attached to their Big Macs and fries, hoping to win big prizes like cars, vacations, and even millions in cash. The idea was brilliant. Simple, fun, and addictive, using the competitive spirit of the classic Monopoly board game to boost sales and customer loyalty.
Alan Irwin got his big break playing Monopoly at McDonald's. A cruise for 2 on the Big Red Boat with airfare courtesy of United Airlines.
The promotion quickly became a phenomenon, with stories of lucky winners making headlines and adding to the game's allure. But behind the scenes, something far more sinister was unfolding. A scam that would last for 12 years and steal millions from McDonald's and its customers.
Not one that went on for 20 plus years that involved way north of 50 people.
The shocking truth of this scam was only fully revealed in 2018 by an in-depth piece from the Daily Beast, almost 2 decades after the scam had ended. Meet Jerome Jacobson, the mastermind behind the McDonald's Monopoly scam. Born in 1943 in Youngstown, Ohio, Jacobson always dreamed of becoming a police officer. That dream came true when he joined the police force in Florida, where he served with dedication and professionalism. But health issues forced him to leave law enforcement, leading to a new career in private security.
They say he distributed the winning pieces and took most of the prizes.
Jacobson's path eventually led him to Simon Marketing, the company responsible for managing McDonald's promotional games, including the Monopoly game. As the head of security, Jacobson was entrusted with ensuring the game's integrity. Little did anyone know that this former cop would soon become the architect of one of the most notorious scams in promotional history, a story that would remain hidden from the public for years.
As far back as we could trace, from 1989 to 2001, almost every winner who came forward to claim a prize of the McDonald's Monopoly game turned out to be part of a criminal ring to fraud the game.
The McDonald's Monopoly game was designed to be simple. Customers collected game pieces with their purchases, hoping to match them to win prizes. The most valuable pieces, like Boardwalk or certain rare chance cards, were carefully controlled and produced in a secure facility. These pieces were supposed to be distributed randomly, with strict security protocols in place to prevent tampering or theft.
Directors James Lee Hernandez and Brian Lazarte spent years researching the scam. The game pieces were first stolen from where they were printed. Then the winning pieces were sold to the highest bidder.
But as it turns out, even the best security measures can be exploited from the inside. Jacobson's position at Simon Marketing gave him access to the most valuable game pieces, and he quickly identified the vulnerabilities he could exploit.
The $1 million prize was what everybody was after. And, we were all, shocked when we found out that we never had a chance to win.
Jacobson realized that his position gave him unprecedented access to the rarest and most valuable game pieces. He began to carefully remove these pieces from their secure packaging, replacing them with non-winning pieces to avoid detection. At first, he tested the waters by giving the stolen pieces to a few trusted friends who would claim the prizes and share the winnings with him.
For the 21 million Americans who eat each day at McDonald's, they're some of the most popular instant winner games, Monopoly and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and says the FBI today they were rigged.
Jacobson began recruiting more accomplices, expanding his network to include a diverse group of people with criminal backgrounds: mobsters, drug traffickers, and even psychics and strip club owners. Each played a specific role in this scam, ensuring that the stolen prizes were claimed without raising suspicion. The scam continued to expand and evolve, operating in the shadows for years, and remarkably, it went unnoticed until long after it ended. Jacobson's network was as diverse as it was dangerous. He recruited mobsters and drug traffickers to provide the muscle and connections needed to claim the prizes and launder the money. Psychics and strip club owners also played their part, using their unique skills and connections to expand the network and keep it hidden from authorities.
The scheme denied McDonald's customers a fair and equal chance of winning. We want those involved in this type of corruption to know that breaking the law is not a game.
With each successful prize claim, Jacobson's network grew, and so did the amount of money being stolen. The scam became a well-oiled machine, with each accomplice playing their part to keep the operation running smoothly and under the radar. Despite its large scale, it wasn't until the publication of the Daily Beast's investigation in 2018 that the full story was brought to light, revealing the depth and complexity of the scheme. But like all good things, the scam was destined to come to an end.
The FBI today arrested an official of Simon Marketing in Georgia that ran the promotional games for McDonald's. At the center of the fraud ring, prosecutors say Jerome Jacobson assigned to place the winning big cash game pieces into circulation.
In 2000, after a tip from an informant, the FBI launched an investigation codenamed Operation Final Answer, determined to uncover the truth behind the suspicious winnings. Unusual patterns in prize claims, such as multiple winners from a small area, were quickly confirmed.
Absolutely fascinating story that I think people are going to really have a hard time believing that's actually true.
Using undercover operations, wiretaps, and informants, the FBI began to gather evidence. They posed as potential accomplices to gain Jacobson's trust, slowly but surely unraveling the elaborate scheme he had built over more than a decade. By 2001, the FBI had gathered enough evidence to bring Jacobson and his network down.
The FBI warned McDonald's, and it agreed to cooperate by putting on another of its popular Monopoly contests this summer, and today authorities arrested a Texas man who just claimed the $1 million prize.
In August and September 2001, Jerome Jacobson and several of his accomplices were arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit mail fraud and other related offenses. The trial that followed revealed the full extent of the scam, how Jacobson had orchestrated a $1 million fraud right under McDonald's nose. Jacobson and his co-conspirators were found guilty and sentenced to prison.
I mean, most of these people didn't know who they were talking. Well, none of them knew who they were talking to. They'd probably never really been put on the spot to explain the how they won or how they got the piece.
The trial served as a cautionary tale of how greed and opportunity can lead even those entrusted with the highest security to betray their responsibilities.
Millions of McDonald's customers legitimately won prizes over the years, from free food and drinks to cash and merchandise.
The fallout from the scam was significant. McDonald's faced public backlash and was forced to implement stricter security measures to prevent future frauds. Simon Marketing, the company that had once managed McDonald's promotions, saw its reputation destroyed and eventually went out of business.
McDonald's says tonight it has fired the Georgia company that ran the contests, and now the FBI is investigating how many other instant winners weren't so instant after all.
The reality was we had been up on this wiretap. We had put together a really strong historical case. We had current winners. We had proven that up through the wiretap.
However, on September 11th, 2001, the United States was hit by the largest terrorist attack in its history, and the McDonald's Monopoly scam was pushed out of the headlines.
The National 9/11 Memorial. Millions of visitors from all around the world come to this site to pay their respects each year.
It wasn't until the Jeff Maish in-depth 2018 piece in the Daily Beast that the public learned the full story, including the involvement of mobsters, psychics, and how the scam managed to siphon off over $24 million from McDonald's during its Monopoly promotions.
The scam worked for more than a decade, with the crooks making off with more than $24 million.
The story that lay hidden for years captivated audiences and had long-lasting effects on the promotional game industry. It was astonishing to many that such a widespread scam would go unnoticed for so long. In the wake of the scam, companies across the industry implemented stricter security measures, including enhanced tracking of game pieces and more rigorous background checks.
Some people had trouble with the law, but most of the people had not. And they were really looking at this as their chance to really come up in life.
The McDonald's Monopoly scam also raised ethical questions about the integrity of promotional games and the responsibilities of companies to ensure fair play. The story of Jerome Jacobson and the McDonald's Monopoly scam continues to captivate audiences, inspiring documentaries like the popular McMillions series.
McMillions is a 6-part series. It focuses on the 2001 criminal scheme to defraud McDonald's of $13 million.
Thanks to the Daily Beast's investigative piece, we now know the full extent of the fraud and how it unraveled. It serves as a reminder of the potential for fraud in even the most trusted institutions and the importance of vigilance and transparency. Thank you for joining us as we uncovered the details of this amazing scam, a story that incredibly stayed hidden for so many years. What do you think? How could such a massive scam have stayed under the radar for so long? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories you'll want to know, like this one about the Phoebus cartel who conspired to make light bulbs fail faster for profit.